What's up, everybody? Your boy Gervonta from Punchingbagskunk YouTube channel. Today we got an exciting show for you. It's all about Tim Bradley. We're going to talk about the controversial comments he's made about Gervonta Davis being afraid of Shakur Stevenson, amongst others. And we're also going to talk about his controversial. Well, let me just pull that back. We can't even say controversial because we all know Tim Bradley, how he is. He makes these outlandish claims at times. But anyway, we're going to talk about Usyk, the heavyweight champion Usyk, in the aftermath of his exciting fight with Tyson Fury. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. But first, I want to give a well-deserved shout-out to a personal friend of mine and CEO of RWB Sports, Reginald Peoples. My brother, salute to you. I want everybody to go over to RWB Sports Empire and look, Reginald's doing great things for the boxing game. Go to the website, rwbsports.com. Go to the RWB Sports Facebook. Just go support this brother. He's dynamite. I've done his show, by the way. A great guy. Hey, Reginald, man, salute. I want to say we're going to cover a lot of stuff in the show today, guys. So sit back, strap in, and stay tuned. We'll get to it right after this.
Everything that God put me through, I was built for it. Everything I got, it worked hard for the bills, know it. Demon 750 rolling hard, I'ma keep short. Streets to the red carpet ride, yo, you bitch know it. The skunk destroyed, the punk to stop it. The truth is sunk, the boat of nonsense. They lean and ox and fiend a little bit. The skunk is shining bright a little bit. Boy, get a wreck, punching bag skunk.
Tim Bradley has been known to say, outlandish things. Let's just say what it is. That's what he does. He's first on the scene by coming against the grain. A lot of ex-fighters and commentators do that. They just say stuff that's so far out of the stratosphere of the normality that it kind of puts them on the radar because everyone else says this and they say this. It kind of separates them from the herd, and that's how I really think it's how he landed the ESPN job, but then again, who am I? I'm not in the boardrooms. But he's at it again. And listen, let me just say this before I even say anything else, that Tim Bradley, I'm on record saying that Tim Bradley is one of my favorite commentators. I got a video in my archive somewhere in one of my videos. You can look it up where I roast a lot of the YouTube boxing guys. In that video, I say Tim Bradley is one of my favorites because he tells it like it is. But at some point, some of these guys are so busy trying to, like I said, get out of the herd that they come off sounding just ludicrous at times. And I think Tim Bradley's guilty of that. I think Teddy Atlas, to a certain extent, is guilty of that. I think there's a couple of guys that I don't want to say they get a big head. But I just want to say they're so busy trying to be profound that they got to come up with a different take on everything. So sometimes it comes out, they come off as being, I don't want to say unoriginal, but they come off as being like, just goofy, man. Anyway, Tim Bradley, let's listen to what he says a little bit about Gervonta Davis. Let's just hear a little bit what he's talking about.
This guy didn't want to fight, all this stuff, man. Like, before Shakur even signed Cordina, it was a perfect opportunity for him to negotiate with Shakur. But it just always seems that Tank, and this isn't just me hating, this is factual. Tell me the last true, top A dog, bro, where he didn't suck him down and wait so he can have an advantage and saying, oh, he too.
I mean, he's basically claiming that Tank is known for being a weight bully. I don't think that's true. People can say whatever they want, but I don't think that's true. And I'm gonna get on Gervonta Davis too in this video, but that right there I don't think it's true.
Big and this and that, like he did with Garcia, man. Who was the last? It was Pedraza. That was years ago, dog. But since then, I mean, who else? Frank Martin is green.
Let me ask you this. Is the fight a fight that should be on pay-per-view?
Hell no. No disrespect to Lamont. And I know they got history, but Tank is on a different level now, man. Lamont, yes, he's on the up and up. he's kind of reinvigorated himself and reinvented himself. He got a strap. But bro, he fought some of the same guys that Tank fought, bro, and barely escaped and with a win. Come on, man, what do you think Tank's gonna do to him? You know, and we talking about styles, and we talking about, oh, Lamont, I'm hearing all these people, oh, Lamont's gonna give him more problems than Frank Martin and all this. Stop it. Are you kidding me?
I agree with Tim Bradley on this point. Everyone, well, most of my fans know that my two favorite fighters are, number one, Gervonta Tank Davis. That red glove up there on the wall is autographed by Gervonta Tank Davis, courtesy of a good friend of mine, Milton Lubin, out in New Jersey. Another shout out to Milton Lubin, who gave me the autographed glove of Gervonta Tank Davis. I think, just put my 2 cents in, I think that they're actually squandering Gervonta Tank Davis's opportunity for greatness. To be great, you have to fight great. You have to have great opponents. You have to take chances, risks. That's the fight game back in my day, and that's how you became a legend. I think that he has potential to be legendary, but he's not going to be legendary as long as they're, as Tim Bradley would say, keeping him in protective custody. I like that one. Said protective custody. They got to let him fight somebody. Now, like he's saying, the fight with Roach, and I said this in my last video. You can go look at my last video. I said that he's not even. I don't want to disrespect the guy, but he's not. It's common knowledge, right, that he's not there. He's not going to beat Tank Davis. He just ain't going to do it. He just doesn't have what it takes. More power to him for getting the payday, but you know he's not. They're not giving anybody to Tank Davis that's going to stop the money train, and the money train it only continues with W's. It doesn't continue with L's. So there you go. He's not. Roach's not going to beat him. Tim Bradley talking about Tank Davis. He's saying, I agree with him, because they normally tell the truth, and when you tell the truth, you're always going to be in hot water with somebody, because the norm is a bunch of nerds that want to hear the same narrative. So if you don't really fit in that narrative, then they kind of ostracize you to the outskirts of the boxing community. But this is the things that I respect. Guys that are not afraid to say what it is, which is basically how your boy got a great Punchingbagskunk is. What I tell you guys from day one, ain't nobody, I'm 6'5", 225 pounds, ain't nobody whooping my ass. So, hey, I'm gonna say what I want, you know what I mean? And when I want, where I want. But anyway, leading into that, what I just said about Tim Bradley is now, we get into the hot water. Like what he says about Tank Davis, I agree. I mean, I agree with what he says. The kid. Whoa. Let me backtrack that. I agree with him on when his assessment of him beating Roach and that stuff about them squandering could be squandering his greatness. But when he saw that foolishness he says about Shakur Stevenson beat him, knock it off, Tim Bradley. I hope you see this video. All right, so I can debate you face to face, because that is just complete foolishness. Why in the world would you say that you know that Shakur Stevenson can't beat Tank Davis? You said it yourself about the Roach. You said he doesn't have the power to get his respect. So what do you think? Shakur has the power to get his respect? You're talking double standards. You're not even. It doesn't make sense. How can you state an argument on one end that Roach doesn't have the power to gain Tank's respect, and everyone knows if you don't get his respect, he's gonna walk you right down and knock you out. That's what he does. He just feels your power and just walk in until then he knocks you out. But so if he's gonna do that to Roach, why would you not say do the same thing to Shakur Stevenson? And I know the argument is Shakur Stevenson is a better boxer. Listen, there's Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, he's a boxer, but he's not a fighter. And there's a difference. To be a great pugilist, you have to be a fighter and a boxer. Okay? You can't just be a boxer. You be right around slap boxing or like he does. You have to be able to get in the trenches. Sugar Leonard was a boxer, but when he had to fight, he fought. And I just don't. Matter of fact, I'm way beyond. You should go on my videos and find out things. When I got a video talking about this about Shakur Stevenson, I don't see fighter in him. I see boxer, great boxer, but fighter. And what happens is when a pure boxer, guy that doesn't want to get in the trenches, never wants to take chances, all that kind of junk, when them guys fight a guy like Tank Davis, that running turns into, it starts to look like cowardice. Because he's gonna really have to dodge, jump, and run, and it's gonna start looking goofy. Like so it's gonna be, it becomes one of the fights where the guy standing in the middle of the ring and is going, raise his hands in disgust, like, come on, let's fight. Like that. That's what happens. So nobody wants to see that. As we know that they booed Shakur Stevenson in his own hometown. If your own hometown boos you, come on, man, because your own hometown is gonna stand in back of you because you're kind of representing them. So they're gonna go all the way with you if they can. You understand? You know what I mean? But if they're booing you, look, this what happens. So if they're booing you, that says something. And the only reason Shakur still has a little bit of credibility is because Terrence Crawford always co-signing him. With even on Andre Ward talking that foolishness, Terrence Crawford, shut the hell up. You know, talk about people want to be all the typical arguments they get from people that don't want to take chances. Box about hitting, don't get hit, and all that other foolishness. All right, let's move on because I didn't mean to get stuck on that for that long. Let's move on because what I really wanted to talk about is Tim Bradley's controversial comments about Usyk. So let's hear what he has to say about Usyk. Hold on.
Yeah, all this all-time great shit that's going on? All-time great? Are you kidding me? Man, look. Recency bias. Just because he beat the two best heavyweights of this era does not make him an all-time great. Usyk. That's what I'm talking about. Usyk. He is not an all-time great. Y'all need to stop with that. Literally has 7 fights, fought 5 guys in the heavyweight division. Okay, I can understand he got accolades. He cleaned out the division at welterweight. Not at welterweight, my bad. He cleaned out the division in the cruiserweight. I get that. Now he comes to the heavyweight. All right. I wouldn't say somewhat, I wouldn't say clean out, but yeah, he beat the 2 best guys in the division, right? And now y'all saying he's all-time great. Oh, he got 22 fights? Come on, man. Wow. Y'all need to stop. Man, y'all need to stop it.
There you go. Tim Bradley says that Usyk is not an all-time great. If you go to on my Punchingbagskunk Facebook group, there's a couple of posts on Usyk, but one of the posts in particular got a lot of comments where Usyk fans are coming on to defend against these remarks that Tim Bradley says about Usyk. That he's not great, not an all-time great, not an all-time great. His fans, hardcore fans, and they don't like that, so they give their point of view, and I'm gonna give my point of view. Tim Bradley's right. He's not an all-time great, not even close to an all-time great. And yeah, of course, I got a lot of friends that are Usyk fans, and they're gonna come with their opinions, whatever. But in my opinion, no, not even close. Guys like George Foreman with over 50, 60 fights, and Ryan Lyle, and we're talking about a lot of great fighters. You know what I mean? A lot of great fighters. Tim Witherspoon. We're not even talking about the cream of the crop, upper echelon, Ali, and you know what I mean? I'm talking about you're taking Usyk and you're putting him there, and that's fine. Like Tim Bradley says, he's great. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, great fighter. This almost reminds me of when Canelo fans used to say the same type of stuff. Canelo is greatest of all time and all that foolishness. It reminds me of that. Like today's fans get so emotional and invested in their fighter that they kind of blind themselves to anything else, any outside influence. It's almost like fans today live through their fighters so much that they put their fighter first over the game. What we did in my era is that we always put the game first over the fighter. So yeah, our fighter was great. It's like saying, I read a post where somebody said Roberto Duran is the greatest out of the 4 kings. How can you even say that? That's strictly emotion, because if you look at it logically, he got destroyed by Tommy Hearns. He lost to Ray Leonard. Some people say arguably all 3 times the first fight. Some people say Leonard won. But we'll say he won the first one and Leonard won the second 2, and he lost to Hagler. So how can you say he's great out of all four all-time great? Now listen, Roberto Duran is one of my favorite all-time fighters, but I'm not that invested emotionally that I'm gonna overrule logic. And so no, he's not the greatest of the four kings. Same thing applies to Usyk fans. You need to get out of your emotion and your investment in him, because some people become so invested in their fighters that they take the L with the fighter. Like their self-worth is almost directly tied to their fighter. Like that happened with Canelo. You got these passionate Mexican, not only Mexicans, so let me just take that back, but these passionate Canelo fans, some, not most of them Mexican, that was emotionally invested in the Canelo. So if Canelo loses, they lose. Their self-esteem is directly tied to their fighter. This is foolishness. This is a new school fan trait. This is not my era of fans. My era of fans were fighters too. Like they were actually fighters. Like we were fighters up here, and like, you know what I mean. So, but these days you don't got, like, the fans today are not fighters. They're nerds. So they see things like nerds, we're hitting, don't get hit, or that kind of stuff, and get out with his facilities and take care of my family, and all that foolishness where these niggas don't even give a damn about their family. You know what I mean? Don't even care about their family. And nigga is an ignorant person, by the way. So don't be, just so I can throw that in, because this is YouTube. But yeah, Usyk is not an all-time great, guys. Sorry to bust your bubble. But he's not. He's a good. I even call him a great fighter for today. I mean, you can't have 5, 6, 7 under 10 fights at heavyweight and call yourself an all-time great heavyweight. That's crazy. Rocky Marciano is 49, retired, 49-0, undefeated. So how do you put Usyk with under 10 fights at heavyweight with Rocky Marciano? This should shock you guys into reality. So because you're in the Matrix, so just that right there. Rocky Marciano, 49-0. Usyk, what do you have, like under 10 fights at heavyweight? That should shock you into reality. George Foreman, that keeps coming to mind because he had so many fights. Actually more. I mean, you're talking about Joe Louis, 29 defenses. How can you guys, in good conscience, say that Usyk is an all-time great against these guys? And you don't think that it might be a little bit of emotion going on? A little bit of, you know what I mean? Anyway, fellas, that's the show. Pow! Yeah, they're my thoughts. I just want to say, look, in closing, Tim Bradley, I remain a fan of Tim Bradley. He just goes off the rails because hey, Tim Bradley, you're invested in Shakur Stevenson. Obviously. Either that or you have a hair across your ass with Gervonta Davis. One of them. Because there's no way in the world you would keep saying Shakur Stevenson will whoop Gervonta Davis. Alright, there's no way in the world. No way in the world. Gervonta Davis, I venture to say that he'll stop Shakur Stevenson because eventually he will track him down and eventually he'll knock that ass off. Your boy Gervonta Greg from Punchingbagskunk YouTube channel.